Current affairs, facts and opinion, their future in our hands. Markets, globalist technocrats versus the people. A line in the sand. The McIntyre Report.
Welcome back to the McIntyre Report. I've got to give a big thank you to our new sponsors, Truth Talks Live. And you go to Truth Talks Live, you can find out all about them. You've heard of TED Talks before, but TED Talks are, go woke, go broke. They're being dragged to the left, similar to, I guess, TED Talks, but you're allowed to speak the truth and uncensored. But they have a range of subscriptions, including Truth in Medicine, where you can get access to the information that will help save a lot of people that are being vaccinated that need to be urgently detoxed. Also, those who haven't been vaccinated have been fortunate enough to avoid the most deadliest vaccine ever created. You can suffer spike protein poisoning from just being around the vaccine, especially in the first month of them being vaccinated when they're shedding in particular. So you want to get access to this information, subscription services that they have there. You can also access Truth in Education, and also they're going to be doing overseas events, including in Australia as well, of these events that you can attend, network, and meet like-minded people. And they're partnering with the Global Economic Forum, which is an alternative to the World Economic Forum, which is pushing back against the Great Reset globalist agenda, where you'll own nothing and supposedly be happy eating bugs and insects and getting your booster every 3 months and quarantine to your precinct as your digital vaccine passport turns red from green because you want to go and get some cash out of the bank because your bank no longer has the cash to give it to you. If that's the future that you want, then support the World Economic Forum. If that's not the future you want, then we need to fight back and support the Truth Talks, what they're doing, part of the Truth Group. I will be speaking at some of the events and working with them. Also have an opportunity for content creators, influencers, freedom activists, digital nomads, online marketers to be a part of that and become an affiliate, which is free to join. Go to truthtalks.live and find out about that online business opportunity to help raise money for a lot of the not-for-profit initiatives to push back against the Great Reset. Or a lot of people chose not to take the vaccine and as a result lost their jobs in Australia or around the world, might be looking for part-time or full-time income. You're already sharing information out there about the Great Awakening and pushing back against the Great Reset and the globalist agenda. Well, now you can get paid to do that. So if that interests you, it's not for everyone, but also check out truthtalks.live and check out their business online opportunity where you can be a digital nomad and work from anywhere in the world and help push and fight back and also raise money. Bill Gates and these globalists have billions at their disposal and raising billions of dollars. To fight back, we don't need as much money as they do, but it's an opportunity to certainly help generate revenue to help fund the initiatives. So also you can check out Australian National Review, the website there, new articles uploaded every day. And also you can check out the McIntyre Report. You can access that from the homepage of Australian National Review, anrnews.com. There's at least 20, 30 new articles go up pretty much every day. You can also opt in your email there and access 6 months news subscription as well. And those who want to be part of Truth Talks, you'll be able to get an affiliate link and add that to your articles that you're sharing or posting across Telegram, etc. Anyone clicks on those links, they'll get a 6 month free subscription. And if they want to become part of Truth Talk programs, you'll earn an income from that. It's pretty simple. Now that's all for this episode, folks, but let's just touch on a little bit before I go a few other things that I thought were quite interesting. This story in particular, if I can find it here, this is scary. This is what the real agenda is with renewables, etc. I mean, obviously, if you don't know yet, renewables are a fraud. I'm all for, and I was for renewables. Once I did my research, though, it's not healthy for the environment. They're not removing ownership of gasoline cars to help the environment. They're removing it because they want to be able to remove ownership of cars, remove your independence, and control you. And sadly, that's what they've been able to do. There's an article here, I can't quite find it, but on about the where a Tesla driver was basically he was due to get a new battery, $26,000 bought for a new battery, right? And he was told to come into the service center to do it, but he kept refusing because obviously he didn't have $26,000, and they remotely turned off his electric car. So have the power already to remotely control where you can drive, turn your vehicle off, etc. Not to mention the cost. People think it's free. Well, it's $100 to charge your car in Germany right now of electric charge. And then also there's not going to be enough service stations around. Like here's the lack of thinking by the greenie zealots of pushing electric cars and renewables. I mean, the entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, etc., love to push it because they're just making a fortune from the tax subsidies that governments make. That's why the big companies often will support these frauds because there's a lot of money in it. The easiest way to make money is do a deal with the government and get all their tax money, because the government will just spend money that doesn't belong to them, belongs to you. So that's how Tesla was built, was based on subsidies. As far as, all these subsidies are solar power, wind farms, etc., all built on subsidies. They're not built on reality, and they're not good for the environment. They're not doing anything, The joke about California, what's the difference between Titanic and the Titanic in California? Well, at least when Titanic went down, it still had its lights on. So basically, he was told he had to bring it in. He wouldn't bring it in to get, $26,000 battery. If everyone had an electric car, they're going to go home after work and plug it in. It's like plugging in 16 refrigerators in your house. There's not enough electricity in many countries now to fund your one refrigerator. In Germany and Europe, they've been asked to turn their air cons down and their heaters off, and etc. because there's not enough electricity. Imagine if everyone had an electric car, 16. What if you want to go to a petrol station? Well, it's not and charge your car. It takes 3, 4, 5 minutes to fill up your car with fuel. It's going to take at least 30 minutes, sometimes longer, on a fast charge for an electric car. That means 6, 7 times longer. Petrol stations have to be 6 to 7 times the size to fit the cars in. Loss of productivity at that time as well. I mean, it's just not it's just not thought through. The amount of mining required, lithium, etc., cobalt for the batteries of these cars is just absurd. So this is what California is going to become, I think. Tesla announced a new model for 2035. That's fast where the world's heading. And good old Chucky. Let me show that to you there, if it's coming up. Chucky's brother, Zucky, keeps up his work. That's obviously, whatever you think of Zuckerberg, fake book, fascist book, whatever you want to call it, but handing over your details to the FBI because you might have questioned the last election results in the United States of America, so you can be investigated. Trying to call January 6th an insurrection day. Hang on. George Soros just rigged the election and put a puppet in Joe Biden that didn't come out of the basement for most of his election campaign and spoke to 12 people in massive rallies of 12 people that were paid to be there, where his opponent was speaking to 50, 60,000 people every second day around the country with energized crowd. And somehow, magically, when he was winning in the election day and they stopped the count, and magically the next morning hundreds of thousands of votes showed up for Biden, and all of a sudden in swing seats, and all of a sudden Biden was announced the winner, and they called the winner even before it should have been a contested election. And then some people went to a protest on Capitol Hill on January 6th to protest that on Inauguration Day, and then they claim they raided the Capitol Hill when they actually the doors were open and now ushered inside the Capitol building. So it's hardly an insurrection day, but we know the loony left has lost control and they're going down. But we need to make sure they're booted off so they don't pull the whole West down with it. That's all for today's episode, folks. We'll be back with some more in the near future. Please send in your comments. You can follow us on Telegram, Australian National View. You'll see across the screen there. Also myself on Telegram. Of course, join truthbook.social. If you're not on truthbook.social yet, open up an account. It's growing rapidly. Censor-free. You can speak the truth, share the truth, and a great community of like-minded people. Take care.
A new social media platform, truthbook.social, built by the people, for the people, a force for good. Powered by the Australian National Review, non-for-profit news media company, built by the people, for the people as well. And also, the platform will be known as ANR Social. Censor-free and blockchain protected, it combines the best of YouTube features for uploading videos, Telegram and Facebook. To combat the censoring and banning of those who speak the truth, and those who are seeking the truth, truthbook.social will be everything Facebook isn't. Now is the time in human history where the